All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Tanvi Taneja. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announces major steps including the 59-minute loan portal for sanction of up to 1 crore rupees for small and medium enterprises. Companies Amendment Ordinance 2018 promulgated to promote ease of doing business with better corporate compliance. More than 1 crore 20 lakh subscribers joined the Atal Pension Yojana in the country. Congress and MNF released their manifestos for assembly elections in Mizoram. Scrutiny of nominations for the second phase of polls in Chhattisgarh to be held today. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan blames Saudi government for its direct involvement in the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. And India's Shubhankar Day to play with Peng Po Ren of China in the semi-final of Salon Lorraine and Luxembourg Open Badminton Championship in Germany today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced major steps including 59-minute loan portal for sanction of up to 1 crore rupees for small and medium enterprises MSME. He was speaking at the launching ceremony of the government's support and outreach initiative for MSME. He said the measures are expected to boost the MSME since the sector is one of the major generators of employment opportunities and is making a significant contribution to the overall growth of the country's economy. The Prime Minister said mandatory procurement of 20% from MSMEs by public sector undertakings has now been increased to 25%. Mr. Modi said it has also been decided that 3% of the total purchases from it will be reserved for women entrepreneurs.
ये जो माइक्रो और स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज द्वारा खरीद की अनिवार्यता को बढ़ाया गया है, इसमें से कुल खरीद का 3% महिला उद्यमों के लिए आरक्षित हो। यानी सरकारी कंपनियों के लिए अब ये जरूरी हो गया है कि वो अपनी खरीद का कम से कम 3% महिला उद्यमकारों से ही खरीदें। ये फैसला देश में विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को और मजबूत करेगा।
Mr. Modi said it will now be necessary for all central government companies to subscribe to the Government E-Marketplace, GEM.
अब केंद्र सरकार की सभी कंपनियों के लिए जेम की सदस्यता लेना जरूरी कर दिया गया है। इतना ही नहीं, वो अपने सभी वेंडर्स, एमएसएमईज को भी इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर पंजीकृत कराएंगे, जिससे इनके द्वारा की जा रही खरीद में भी एमएसएमईज को अधिक से अधिक लाभ मिलेगा।
The Prime Minister said only one consent will be mandatory for MSMEs under air pollution and water pollution laws. He said he will himself review the work of MSMEs in 100 districts. He said due to reforms and landmark decisions taken by the government, doing business in India has become very easy today.
देश में हुए अनेक सुधारों और फैसलों की वजह से आज भारत में व्यापार करना बहुत आसान हो गया। अभी 2 दिन पहले वर्ल्ड बैंक की जो ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस रैंकिंग, ये अपने आप में इसकी गवाह है, जिस पर 4 साल पहले कोई यकीन नहीं कर सकता था, वो आज हमने करके दिखाया। ये हम सभी के लिए गौरव का विषय है कि इस बार भारत ने ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस रैंकिंग में 23 रैंक की एक लंबी छलांग लगाई है।
Meanwhile, industry bodies have hailed the series of measures announced by the Prime Minister for supporting MSMEs, saying it would ensure easier access to credit for the sector and address its problems. ASSOCHAM Secretary General Uday Kumar Verma said in New Delhi yesterday that these measures will certainly go a long way in mitigating the pains of the MSME sector and also give them new energy and vigor. Confederation of All India Traders Secretary General Praveen Khandelwal said the announcement of in-principle approval of loan within 59 minutes reflects the government's commitment towards the MSME sector and will certainly boost business in the country. Federation of Indian Export Organizations said interest subsidy increase from 3% to 5% will provide competitiveness and a level playing field to MSME exporters. The Centre has promulgated the Companies Amendment Ordinance 2018 to promote the ease of doing business with better corporate compliance. President Ramnath Kovind gave his assent to the recommendation of the Union Cabinet for promulgation of the ordinance. The ordinance is based on the recommendations of the committee appointed by the government to review offences under the Companies Act 2013. The main amendments in the Act include shifting of jurisdiction of 16 types of corporate offences from the special courts to in-house adjudication, which is expected to reduce the caseload of special courts by over 60%. More than 1 crore 20 lakh subscribers have joined the Atal Pension Yojana. An official release said nearly 27 lakh new subscribers have joined the scheme during the current financial year. Our correspondent has more details.
According to Ministry of Finance, states such as Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka are the top contributors in the Atal Pension Yojana enrollment. The scheme is available for all the citizens of India who fall in the age group of 18 to 40 years. People can join the scheme through the bank or post office branches where one has the savings bank account. Under the scheme, subscribers receive a minimum guaranteed pension of 1,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees per month from the age of 60 years, depending upon their contribution. Atal Pension Yojana is focused on the unorganized sector workers, which constitute more than 85% of the workforce. Anupam Mishra, AI News, Delhi.
India and Japan signed an over 1,800 crore rupees loan agreement for the construction of Turga Pumped Storage Hydropower project for the industrial development and living standard improvement in West Bengal. The Ministry of Finance said in a statement that the agreement further consolidates and strengthens the strategic and global partnership between India and Japan. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The Congress as well as the Mizo National Front MNF have released their election manifestos for the assembly elections in Mizoram on 28th of this month. The Congress has promised to distribute laptops to students who clear higher secondary school leaving certificate examination and above. In the manifesto, the party made 21 points of promises, including special financial assistance to orphans, widows and physically handicapped persons. MNF in its manifesto has promised to introduce a village-level citizens register if it comes to power. It also vowed to take steps against the illegal migrants. The party also promised for drawing up of a scheme of rehabilitation and resettlement for the martyrs and their families. Meanwhile, campaigning is underway for the assembly elections, with the election notification being issued yesterday. In Chhattisgarh, scrutiny of nominations for the second phase of assembly elections will take place today. The last date for withdrawal of nomination papers is 5th of this month for this phase. Meanwhile, the Election Commission is providing e-postal ballot for the first time for the service voters to exercise their franchise in the assembly elections in Chhattisgarh. Our correspondent reports that today is the last day to download the e-postal ballot for the first phase of elections, which will be held on the 12th of this month.
There are over 14,000 service voters in Chhattisgarh. In this assembly elections, a blank postal ballot is electronically transmitted to all registered service voters. Service voters can download the postal ballot and print the blank postal ballot. After marking vote in the blank postal ballot, the same would be returned to the returning officer concerned by post as in the old system of postal ballot. This would cut short the delay experienced in the old system in a two-way transmission of ballot paper by the postal services. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
Now moving on to assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh. The Election Commission has decided to honour individuals and organizations for their outstanding contribution in the poll process by presenting awards in 7 categories. The state will go to polls on 28th of this month. Our correspondent reports that the awards will be presented under the General category, Special category, Best Division category, Best Government and Non-Government Sweep or Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation Partners category, and Best Media Partner categories. In Chhattisgarh, 19 Maoists, including 8 female cadres, have surrendered in Sukma district of Bastar division. Police officials said the surrendered ultras will be provided necessary assistance as per the rehabilitation policy of the state government. The Digital India program of the central government is proving a boon for the people in Odisha. The ambitious project was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2015 with the aim to increase digital connectivity and make governance more transparent, participative and responsive. Here is a ground report from our Cuttack correspondent.
In Odisha, the Digital India program has become a movement touching the life of common people. People from all walks of life are opting for cashless transaction with ease and are joining the digital mission to save time and environment. Internet banking, online purchase and Aadhaar-based transactions are gaining momentum, which made life easier for common people. A promoter of the scheme, Pradyumna Sahu, says that it is a very worthy program for people of India.
Digitally, it is being so fast that people can access the governance at their doorstep. Previously, it was taking too much time because the communication method was very poor, and digitally it became so fast as if by sitting in a remote village in Odisha, we can access our governance who is sitting at Delhi. We can put our important documents like driving license, PAN card, etc. and we can access it at any point. We do not need to bring it with us to any place.
Government is pushing more trace to connect rural areas into digital platform and making best effort to bridge urban and rural divide. Tapan Maharana, AR News, Cuttack.
In international news, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has blamed the Saudi government for its direct involvement in the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in Istanbul. Mr. Erdogan said that the order of killing Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi came from the highest level of the Saudi government. He said the international community has the responsibility to reveal the puppet masters behind the slaying. In an opinion page article in the Washington Post, he wrote, Turkey's close ties to Saudi Arabia do not mean that Turkey could turn a blind eye to the killing of a journalist. In sports, India's Shubhankar Dey will play with Pengpo Ren of China in the semi-final of Saarland-Lorraine-Luxembourg Open Badminton Championship at Saarbrücken in Germany today. World number 64 Shubhankar beat 7th-seeded Englishman Toby Penty in only 32 minutes in the quarterfinals. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Anuja Kumar.
Thank you, Tanvi. Most newspapers have called the slew of incentives announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to boost the small and medium-sized enterprises as PM's Diwali gift to the MSMEs. Online loans within 59 minutes among Modi's MSME gifts, headlines the Hindustan Times. Small business to get easier credit, faster approval, less red tape, writes the Indian Express. 12-point Diwali package comes ahead of polls, says the Times of India. U.S. granting India waiver from Iran oil sanctions is another top story, keenly tracked by the papers. India among 8 nations granted waiver by U.S. to buy Iranian oil, headlines the DNA. The paper says Delhi ready to limit oil purchase to 15 million tons a year. A headline in the Mail today reads, 4,522 days too late, Supreme Court junks CBI appeal to open Bofors. The Pioneer highlights, RSS miffed at Supreme Court's no priority to temple. Hindus insulted, says Sangh, urges court to revise order, says it may start 1992-like agitation for Ayodhya cause. And finally, India changes its MBBS curriculum after 21 years, headlines the Tribune. The paper writes that for the first time, India's MBBS curriculum acknowledges the importance of ethics, responsiveness to the need of patients and families, and fine communication skills to engage the ailing. And with that, it's back to you, Tanvi.
Thank you, Anuja. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announces major steps including the 59-minute loan portal for sanction of up to 1 crore rupees for small and medium enterprises. Companies Amendment Ordinance 2018 promulgated to promote ease of doing business with better corporate compliance. More than 1 crore 20 lakh subscribers joined the Atal Pension Yojana in the country. Congress and MNF released their manifestos for assembly elections in Mizoram. Scrutiny of nominations for the second phase of polls in Chhattisgarh to be held today. And India's Shubhankar Dey to play with Pengpo Ren of China in the semi-final of Saarland-Lorraine Open Badminton Championship in Germany today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.